Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Sunday, April 9th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to the number 2 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. So when it comes to the spirit animal associated with the day, we have the wolf energy. And when it comes to, say, the wolf energy, I'm thinking about the importance of a pack. I'm thinking about the importance of community. And the reason why my mind is going to that when I think about the wolf energy is because the day adds up to the number 2 vibration. And the number 2 is a nurturing energy. It's the importance of 2 coming together in order to create a whole. I think of the African proverbs that was shared with me recently that I mentioned in one of the other day's message about if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. So when it comes to, say, today, and the day having to do with the number 9 energy, with it having to do with the number 9, because today's the 9th, the number 9 brings the importance of humanity and humanitarianism. The number 2, the day adding up and reducing to the number 2 vibration, talks about serving. So service is what's coming up overall for the energies within the day. And I'm all about service. I love to serve. But serving for me became sweet when I learned to put myself first and serve from a cup that's overflowing. Whenever I would people please and serve from a cup that was half empty, I was resentful and bitter at times because I felt like people were taking advantage of me. I felt like people were taking my kindness for weakness, but in all reality, nobody asked me. I showed up and overdid and overgave because at the end of the day, it was what was beneficial for me. I wanted to be liked. I wanted to be accepted. So whenever we find ourselves people pleasing and feel like other people are being selfish, it's like, no, we're doing it for ourselves, but we just don't like the outcome of it. And we don't like the outcome of it because we're not putting ourselves first and our reason isn't genuine. Our reason is to be liked. So when I realized that, oh, wow, that's why that is, whenever I do what I do because I want to. I do it because I like to. So regardless, and I'm clear about my reason, clear that my reason is about how it makes me feel. So regardless of how the person responds to what I did, it doesn't matter because it made me feel so good to do it. So when it comes to, say, serving, I feel like when we serve from a place where our cup is overflowing, we serve from a place where we're strong, where we have done the work on ourselves, our help goes a long way. The sun is in Aries because today is Sunday. The day is associated with the sun. And the energies of the sun reflects on the identity that I am. And Aries is also reflects the head, the identity to a certain extent, but how we're seen by others and how we want to be seen by others. So it goes back to, say, the whole people pleasing and wanting to be liked for me and how I would set myself up for failure and put myself in the position to be taken advantage of and used, even though that might have not been most people's intentions. You know, most people were like, oh, this person is nice. Or I think of the person that's like, oh, you're giving away all this for free. Oh, wow, thank you. You know, it's like I would put myself in positions where I overgive, I overdid, and turned others into thieves because I was giving what I couldn't afford to give because it was important for me to be like or to feel accepted. And now, you know, whenever I do something, I first check in with myself. Do I want to go? Do I want to do that? Okay, no, I don't want to go. Okay, I won't go. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, I won't do that. So when it comes to the wolf energy, you know, I think about, say, the whole lone wolf vibe, and the lone wolf vibe in the sense that the wolf who walked away from the pack that wasn't in alignment with its vibe, that didn't match its energy. Because I think about how we can find ourselves in group dynamics, in friendship situations, in relationships and connections that aren't in alignment with who we truly are because we're not in alignment with who we truly are. You know, when we find ourselves around the friends and the people who just don't match our energy, you know, I feel like because there's a big part of us that won't fully embrace and accept our energy. So when it comes to, say, the tarot, the tarot is the four of Pentacles in the upright position. So when I think of the Four of Pentacles in the upright position, I think of, like, say, fear of instability, fear of security. So this is where a person holds on super tight. With the Pentacle energy, that person is holding on to their finances. So this is where a person is afraid to spend, so they penny pinch. And of course, that's attracting more impoverished situations because there's a fear when it comes to finances. There's a fear when it comes to money. So the Four of Pentacles energy brings me to the fear when it comes to financial security, stability. But then Pentacle energy is also practical stability, practical security. So it brings me back to, say, the energies in the day adding up to the number 2 and the day being the number 9. And it brings me back to, say, the whole people-pleasing vibe for me, where it's like my stability at the time came from what people thought about me. Yeah, what I gave to people, what I did for people, and what they thought about me. And if they didn't like me or rejected me, it meant something about me, where it took years for me to realize that the way how people see me or what they think about me means absolutely nothing about me. And that's when I came to the realization of whoever validates me owns me. That's when I came to the realization that me needing for other people to like me is me seeking validation. Me needing for other people to approve of me gives them ownership over me. So if I'm looking for their approval, their validation, then that means I need to do all the things that will make them feel good or make me feel like they're feeling good, they're liking me. And I think about, say, my whole empathic way of being, because when I look at the number 9, the day being the 9 and the energies adding up to the number 2, the number 9 and the number 2 is a very sensitive energy. I think of how the number 9 is the chameleon, and the number 9 doesn't like to rock the boat, but it also molds to every situation out of fear of being different. And I think of how the number 9, that's the number 9 psychic power. Those who are strongly associated with the number 9, them knowing how to mold to give others what they need is really a psychic ability. And instead of molding and being a shapeshifter, they, you know, stand in your truth, but recognize that energy that you are shifting into to help you to understand the energy that you're dealing with. I think of the number 2 energy, how it's sensitive and empathic, and it could pick up on others' energy. And that was another thing with me too, as an empath. I can pick up on other people's energy, and I used to misunderstood what other people were feeling to think it meant that they felt that about me. Not realizing that what people feel is what they're feeling about themselves, is what they're feeling about life. And even if it's directed towards me, it really has nothing to do with me. So it took me a long time to realize that what others are feeling about me or feeling having to do with me has nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing to do with me. It even also to reflecting helped me to realize that no matter what you do, like, you can never make people like you. They will like what you bring. They will like the perks. They will like the benefits of your lack of boundaries. But if a person doesn't like you, no matter what you do, they won't like you. And people pleasing will only make it okay for other people to abuse and take advantage of you. The moon is in Sag. So with the moon in Sag, we could find ourselves diving deep, trying to understand something on a deeper level today, to where we're scrolling through social media, we're reading different things or consuming different educational content to either understand things on a deeper level or even trying to escape what it is that we're feeling. Because with the moon in Sag, it brings me to the thought of, say, how a person wants to escape home. Wants to escape home, meaning wants to escape what it is that they're feeling. So to avoid what it is that I'm feeling, let me escape through knowledge. But a lot of the times when we escape through information, we're not applying it. We're just consuming it because it's validating us at the moment. It's like the first time we've came across, say, narcissistic people. And being someone who's empathetic and feeling like, oh my God, all my life, these people have controlled and taken advantage of me. It's like coming across the information, it resonates so much to where you escape in it, not learning to apply it. Meaning for me, I realize, okay, if someone's narcissistic, then what am I? You know, because you can't point at someone else and not point back at yourself. So it's like, okay, wow, I have codependent traits. And it's like, that's so shocking because I thought I was the most independent person that I know. But it's like, okay, codependent traits, it's like needing to be needed to be like, okay, I could see this. All right, what are things I need to do to resolve this? What are things that I need to do to work on this? And it brings me back to say how, for me, you know, me doing work on myself and learning to have boundaries and realizing that other people's actions and words and the things they do have everything to do with them and nothing to do with me, made it easier for me to flow in any crowd, flow around anyone, because no more was I molding myself to fit what other people needed. You know, I was now standing in my truth and not relating when I didn't relate, being okay with being silent and not saying anything, not feeling the need to fill in the blanks in between words because I felt uncomfortable. And from that, you know, I naturally repelled the people who weren't in alignment with me and attract others who were. So when I think about the energies within today and how the moon is positively aspecting Neptune and Pluto, the moon is in a space where it's eager for transformation. It's eager to understand something on a deeper level. And not only are we diving deep and watching certain videos or reading certain things, our premonition and intuitive abilities is also tapping into what it is that we're reading. And we're reading with discernment. We're watching these educational videos with discernment today. It's like they're saying something, you're hearing what they're saying, but then you're also getting downloads, is how I would look at the positive aspect that the moon is a part of, the trine between the moon, Pluto, and Neptune. I look at how the moon is also a part of a square, though, between Saturn, Venus conjunct Uranus. So Saturn's in Pisces, Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus, and the moon again is in Sagittarius. So I feel like that challenge that's being made to the moon comes down to say, you know, wanting to do things the old way, the structured way, the practical way, the way that makes sense. And it's like, even though it makes sense, it'll only keep getting you more of what it is that you don't want, where a new, innovative way is necessary. You know, I think about, for me, past experience where, you know, the challenging aspect that's being made to the moon would cause me to feel like, you know, I'm losing it, because it's like, here I'm coming across this information, but it's not bringing any solution. Or when I look at the moon positively aspecting Neptune and Pluto, it's like I'm looking at the information and my premonition and intuition is adding insight, and I'm taking that and putting things together and applying it in a way that fits me, in a way that works for me. So when I go back to, say, the wolf energy for today, you know, I think about the importance of being okay when it comes to, say, walking away from something that's not not in alignment with you, and being okay being by yourself, because the number 9 and the number 2 does not like being by itself. And for me, I'm good. I was always good being alone, but it was when I was amongst people, I felt like it could be dangerous to be the outcast. And I tell myself that I feel like those feelings came from past life experiences, where I truly feel like in a past life I was a witch or someone who was perceived in that way, and because of it cost me my life. Like I know that I've had one of those experiences, and I feel like because of that, before, the thought of being different was so terrifying for me, where now it's something I embrace, it's something that I celebrate, it's something that I love. Because even though we're all mirrors of each other, we're all still unique in our own way. And it's important for us to embrace that. So yeah, when it comes to, say, the energies in today, I think of the 4 of Pentacles and fear of losing stability and security. It brings me back to, say, 2020, and how the changes that happened in 2020 helped to shake up our false sense of stability, our false sense of security, and helped us to see the importance of being flexible, malleable, and being open for whatever is next, open for whatever to come. So with the day being the number 9 is a flexible energy. But the number 9 is so flexible. When the number 9 is operating in lower vibration, it is flexible as far as people pleasing and being liked. But it's very rigid when it comes to endings, because the thought of an ending is terrifying, because, you know, the anticipation of the unknown will cause a person to hang on to something toxic that isn't even working. So when it comes to, say, today, challenge yourself to release false senses of security and stability. Allow yourself to let go of what's no longer working. Trust that everything is working out for you regardless of how things may seem. Trust that all you have to do is do what you can and align your frequency with what it is that you're trying to manifest. You guys, such a pleasure sharing this message with you as usual. If you'd like to book a reading with me, the link for that is in the description box below. Also, if you'd like to check out my exclusive contents only on Patreon, the link for that is also in the description box below. Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me an orange heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.